Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good to see all of you. I see some of you are driving. Hey, Lydia. So happy to see you in the detox this year. And I am very excited that you're going to be a VIP partner this year. Yay! Very good. Pamela Perkins, it is awesome to see you. You're driving. Good to see you. And let's see, we've got Catherine on and then Irma. Hey, ladies. I know I said we weren't going to be on today, but I forgot that we had the pre-challenge reception today.
Yeah,
So,
my morning a little confused.
yeah, I was confused too. So, Sharon Smith, who is going to be joining us, she's coming back. And I saw her in church and she says, "Oh, well, I won't be on the noon call." And it just dawned on me, oh my gosh, there's a noon call. So I had to come in and change it to 1 o'clock because I saw that church was going to run long, which it did. And so I'm glad I got it changed to 1 o'clock. And thank you for accommodating the time change. Today is really it's an informal time for us to just gather as we get ready for the detox, which officially starts tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So it's a great opportunity to just get clear on what you're going to be doing tomorrow, what we're going to be doing. And I do want to review a few details with you. I did make a recording that I sent out yesterday. I feel like it's better to over communicate than to under communicate. I find that whenever we do these challenges and we're sending out lots of information, there are always people who miss the email or didn't get into the Facebook group. And so I just want to get as much information to you as possible in as many different avenues as I possibly can. So first of all, official welcome. And what I'd like to do is I would love for you to share. I think most of us know each other, but let's just go ahead and do a quick intro of who you are. And I'd like to know why you decided to do the detox. What made you do that? So I see Lydia and Pamela. Are you ladies able to come off of mute? Let's see if we can give you a chance to come off of mute. And there we go. Lydia. Hey, Lydia.
Hi.
Hey, so we know you're Lydia Armstrong. So tell us what made you do the detox for 2024.
Well, what was that? I've been wanting to detox anyway.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of food interactions, and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a state of inflammation for over 2 months now. I
Yeah.
finally, because I had gained like 10 pounds within like 5 days. And that happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
And finally, I've lost all that. But I mean, if it's just this constant, bloat and inflammation,
Yeah.
um, thank you. Um, I'm not moving fast enough from the green light. Uh, so I'm in the meeting to, try to take things out of my diet just to see if those are the big culprits.
Yeah.
I already have a suspicion of what they are.
Mhm.
So this will help me, and it's always nice to have um, other people to support you in the meantime.
Yeah. I love everything that you're saying. And so does Buddy and Jovi, my dogs.
Hi.
Um, I love what you're saying because the challenge that you're having, most women have. They have a series of ailments. It could be a stopped up nose. They may attribute it to allergies or stomach problems, stomach cramps. It could be a wide variety of problems in your body. Inflammation is definitely a symptom of that. But what I have found over and over and over is that when we do this detox, it it creates like a first aid situation when you go on the detox, and it gets you free from that so that your body can have a break. And then as you gradually integrate different foods back in, you can zoom in on what the culprits are. So it's very powerful in that way. And you'll get a chance to discover that as we do this detox, which is a 30 day. So we'll spend 30 days together, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to get free from that. So and just being real, you know, over the holidays, our Fit and Focus group has went really deep in mindset and the eating. And over the holidays, it's like the toughest time. And so we eat cookies. You know, we tend to eat things that have a lot of environmental allergies associated with those. And so we tend to get inflamed and stopped up and cleaned out and upset tummies and all of that. So this is a chance to remedy all of that, and you can do it rather quickly. I actually, even though I was trying to stick to our plan over the holidays, I gained 7 pounds, and just in a matter of a few days of just detoxing, I've dropped all of that in a hurry, and I don't have to take my allergy medicine. It's amazing what happens when you follow the detox. So I'm excited to be able to be with you in this journey. So Pamela, I see that you are driving. Are you able to share right now? Your screen is frozen. Okay, I don't hear you, so you may or may not have dropped off. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. So Catherine, you are a Fit and Focus veteran. You're one of our mentors and leaders for the group. So what makes you keep coming back?
Well, first, I want to welcome all the new ladies. Welcome to Fit and Focus. Yay, into the new year. Yeah, what keeps me coming back is that, I mean, I just love this community for sure. I love all the ladies. I love that I've been able to reach some goals that I have set. I keep coming back because I want to continue feeling healthy and staying healthy.
Yeah.
And instead of just jumping off and doing it on my own, I just don't feel I'm ready to do that, because I think there's just so much more that I can do. So I just keep coming back, and I really enjoy being here. I enjoy being a part of it. I love seeing new ladies jump on, and I continually learn from new people, and people who return, because everybody's at a different place, right? So if a new person jumps in and they share some of their challenges, that helps me either not forget the challenges I've overcome, or it helps me to realize I still have challenges to overcome. So it's just an ever-changing and evolving journey, being healthy. So I just want to keep showing up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love when you show up, because you bring more and more value every time you do show up. So for those of you who are on, Catherine posted a before and current picture of herself, and what a tremendous amount of progress Catherine has made. It's just such an inspiration. So I would love for you to, just in the coming days, you'll get an opportunity to learn from Catherine in our journey, because some of our Fit and Focus ladies are going to lead some of the sessions. So I can't wait for you to glean from her experience and her wisdom and all of this. So Pamela, I see that you're back.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great, great. Yes, I'm just been blessed to be able to work out of my Arizona office, and the temperature out here is a lot warmer. So that's what happened. My phone got overheated. So, um, but no, I've really just been real sluggish and kind of dragging, and which I don't want, of course, going into 2024. So that's my primary motivation to uh, to want to do the detox at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay. Fantastic. So one of the beautiful things about the detox is not just you drop pounds. I mean, although a lot of ladies, they come in and out the doors of the detox to do just that, it does wonders in terms of clearing out the mind fog and restoring the energy that you've been missing for a long time. That's the thing about the fuel that we put in our body. We have a mantra that says food is for fuel. And once we really get that mindset working, we start to understand that whatever we put in our body has a direct impact on how we feel, what our energy levels are, and how clear our thinking is. So I'm so glad that you're joining us, Pamela, to get clear and get energy back. All right, Miss Sharon Felder. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you, my friend. So, what made you come back to the detox? Are you able to come off mute? Miss Sharon Felder. Okay, we may have to come back to Miss Sharon. So, we're going to go ahead and move on to Irma.
Well, Catherine stole all of my eloquent words. So I'm just going to say it. So I came back because I like the community. I like the ladies, have really developed a camaraderie. And in addition to the fact that every 60-day cycle, it's like I learned something new about me. We go deeper and deeper into our pre-existing conditions, and as I'm learning what they are, it helps me not to go backwards, right? So that's why I continue, because I don't want to go backwards.
Yeah.
And so just looking forward and not backwards. That's it.
Yeah, and Irma is also one of our veteran Fit and Focus gals. She's going to be mentoring, so you'll hear more from her. She has quite an incredible story herself about her journey. And so, Irma, how many pounds have you lost to date?
I think about 50.
Okay.
Yeah, about 50. And my doctor was very, very impressed. And I did it because I did the weight loss. I started because I was going on a trip, but
Yeah.
then I realized it was more than just a trip.
Yes.
I just needed to get back to optimum health. And so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, it's kind of and I'm going to just put it out there, because if you put it out, it might happen. I believe a good 15 more pounds, and I will be where my body will adopt that new set point. Right now, it has adopted a new set point, but if I get 15 more, but it's more than the weight loss. Like I said earlier, it's the mindset so that I won't go backwards,
Right.
So.
Yeah. And that is a great thing to say, because it is more about really the longer game here, the longer program that we're running in our lives. And we want to live a life that's full, and we're fully cognizant of what's going on around us, and we have the energy to live the life that we're being called to live. And so really the pounds, that's just one symptom of many of the challenges that we work to overcome, and we do overcome as a part of this experience. So speaking of experience, I do want to do a very high level plan so that you're set up well for tomorrow. I do give more information in the video that I posted in the Facebook group and that was sent out to you all. But you will want to look over your detox guide. So everybody should have gotten the 30-day Fit and Focus Detox Challenge. And this is what it looks like. It's attached to the calendar invite and it was emailed to you as well. So this is what it looks like right here this time. Okay. So our overall plan, we've got 3 phases in 30 days. Now you'll notice there are 10-day phases. So you'll find that as we go through the detox, we say 10, but it's not always a hard and crunchy on day 10, we're going to do this. All right. So we also go, depending on what your goals are, you may need to switch to the next plan on day 10 or 11, or you may be in active ketosis. And so you want to ride that wave, so to speak, until that actually stops. And then you can go on to the next phase. So that's one reason why we're meeting together every day at 8 a.m. Eastern. We want to help you through this journey. Every woman is unique, but the beautiful thing is we see the same results happening over and over with ladies, that you see progress every single day. And that's how this is different than a lot of other plans. And it really can become a lifestyle. So just to get you started for tomorrow, when we get on the call tomorrow, we'll do, because tomorrow is day 1, we're probably going to have a short amount of time on the devotion time, just a quick blurb there. But we are going to be talking about planning and preparing your meals, your water intake, your walking routine, and how to actually use the assessment. For tomorrow, I would really love to see everyone starting to eat on plan tomorrow. That means that if you haven't been to the grocery store today, you will want to run by the store and get your groceries at least for a couple of days, okay, just to get you through. And it does not have to be complicated. The beautiful thing about this plan is it is simplified. It's simplified. It's not complicated at all. It actually makes life a lot easier. Now, we've got 2 plans, and I'm going to tell you what the plans have in common. With both of the plans, you can choose one or the other. You will have 4 meal times. Now, ideally, these meal times are going to be spread 3 hours apart. All right. So one of the things that our bodies as women crave is consistency. And so our body wants to see us giving it fuel on a consistent basis. That means not skipping meals. That means not, going all day without eating and then eating a big meal at the end of the day. Our body actually retains that as fat because it thinks that we're starving it. It doesn't happen that way to men. Men are a completely different ball game, but we're talking about us and our bodies as women. So we want those meal times to be about 3 hours apart. So with the plan, depending on which one you choose, you want to pick only the foods that are on the list that we have on the plans, okay? And the thing about picking these foods, we are talking about not mixing items. So for example, in our regular plan, the one that we usually do in the detox, in the morning and the afternoon, you have a fruit. And that fruit comes from the list. So you could have apples, blackberries, blueberries, cantaloupe, cherries, grapefruit, honeydew, oranges, peaches, strawberries, or raspberries. Okay, so This is the fruit list. So you pick one fruit. You don't want to mix the fruits. It makes it too complicated for your body. Your body tends to freak out when you start mixing a bunch of things together. So in this plan, I tend to stick with apples or grapefruit. You know, those are my two go-tos. Now I can have a different fruit each day. Like today, I'm having apples. I've already had my morning apple, and I'm going to have an afternoon apple. Tomorrow, I might choose grapefruit. So I would have a grapefruit in the morning and a grapefruit in the afternoon. Now, your lunch and your dinner are going to be exactly the same meal. This is what makes it so simple. But again, we have some principles that we have to apply here. For your lunch and for your dinner, you want to have a lean white protein the size of your hand. Okay. So this is nothing fried. It has to be on our list. So when you look at our meat list, you'll see a lot of white fishes like catfish, cod, crab, flounder, grouper, tilapia. You can have shrimp. You can have chicken breast. You can have veal, albacore, tuna. You can also have lean white turkey. If you are a vegetarian, you can go with tofu, or you can go with plain protein powder. Now, no sugar or no sweetener, okay? Because we're just trying to cut that off and get our body unhinged from that sugar. So you'll pick that lean white protein, and then you'll have one vegetable from our vegetable list. And so that can be asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, celery. You have green beans, green and red peppers, green salad, kale, spinach. So you'll have to look at your list, and we'll show this again tomorrow. You don't want to mix anything. So in other words, it's tempting to say, oh, I'm going to have green beans and put a little bit of onion in it. That's going to be a no. We want to keep it very, very simple. So with that being said, our seasoning for the next 30 days is going to be salt and pepper. We don't want to add any garlic. We're not adding any other seasonings, oregano, or any of that. It's simply salt and pepper. And you would be surprised at how yummy everything tastes with just the salt and pepper. And I know my Fit and Focus gals can testify to that. So the meal is very simple. You can also have all the black coffee and unsweet tea that you want, okay? We do want you to drink water. So one of the recommendations that I have is that you have, if at all possible, 20 ounces of water before and 20 ounces after your meal. This actually helps you to move through the detox. What I have found about drinking that amount of water with each of your meals is you're less likely to experience what I call the detox hangover. You know, usually around day 3, 4, you start feeling headachy because everything that you've been storing that's toxic in your body, it's coming back out. And so it tends to make you have a headache. And I find that it's worse when you are dehydrated. So we want to keep the water going. Now, you may say, I'm not a water drinker. Then what I recommend is that you can even take your fruit that you have for the morning or for the afternoon, maybe like you can have strawberries. So some of our gals like to take water and ice and blend it up with their strawberries and make it like a treat. And that's one way to get water into you. Cold water, drink it with a straw. You can have tea that actually counts as water. So you can have tea, but you don't want to go all tea all the time because you will be going to the bathroom constantly. Okay, so that's basically the meal plan. Now with the vegetable portion, you want to have about 2 cups of vegetables, not much more than that. And that's on this first plan. Now, this alternative plan that I have, We haven't really offered this before, but it is a plan that I know works. I've just been doing it over the last few days. It's the very first plan that I ever did, and I dropped just really in a matter of a couple of weeks, I dropped about 20 pounds with this. So this is really ideal for the woman who you have a lot more weight that you want to drop. Okay. Now, if you're like 130 pounds, I do not recommend that you do this. It's gonna strip you of every bit of your fat, and you're gonna be cold. Here it is in January, except for Pamela, who is all nice and warm in Arizona. But this is really ideal for the woman who you're probably around 175, 180 or more, because this will cause it to really come off. But it is a different plan. And it may seem like it's not really that different, but it's significantly different. The small tweaks mean everything. So here's what's different about this plan. You're still doing the 4 meals, everything that I said, except your protein is weighed at 3.5 ounces before you cook it. Okay? 3.5 ounces every single time on the meat. So I like to use ground chicken. Ground chicken is my thing. It makes me feel like it's a hamburger patty, and I just happen to like burgers. So I'll take ground chicken and I'll put it on a George Foreman after I've weighed it for 3.5 ounces. Doesn't matter what it weighs afterwards. It's going to be less, obviously, because you're cooking out some of the juice. But 3.5 ounces. So the other thing about this meal is that you can have with your dinner and your lunch 1 grissini breadstick. So let me go grab those. I forgot to bring those with me. Note to self, do these Zoom calls in the kitchen. Okay. So here's what it looks like. This is the box. These are Alessi Grissinis. These are garlic breadsticks. I'll show you what one is. One is actually pretty good size here. So if you can see, it's pretty good size. You can have one of these with each of your meals. Now, I get these from Gordon's Food Service. They have tons of them. You can also get these at Kroger in the section where they have Italian, and they have a mix of like Italian, Mexican, Japanese. It's usually on the top shelf if they do have it. But Gordon's Food Service is a great place to get it. And I'm going to tell you what, these things I've been doing this plan over the last few days, and it may seem like you're not getting as much food, but I feel full. That's crazy. So with this meal plan, also, you still have the choice over the vegetables. Just remember, do not mix. Don't create 2 different kinds of meat. Don't mix vegetables together. It's just one of each. And then you have your fruits. Don't mix the fruits. So you may, if you can't find these, they also have, I don't have these, but these are also at Gordon's Gordon's, and then also at Kroger if you're here in the Indiana area. But they have these little things. They're like mini Melba toast. They used to be made by Glutino. There's another brand. I cannot remember what it is, but it's these little mini Melba toasts. You could have 3 of those with your meal. So This says no garlic or whatever, but I will say that garlic was the only flavor that they had, so I took it, and it's actually been working like a charm. So I think that we can slip by with the garlic grissinis. Okay. Here's an interesting thing to note. So we're doing a 30-day cycle. This particular plan can be done up to 40 days, but just as an FYI, after that, you have to get off of it. You have to get off of it, and you have to be off of it for 6 weeks if you go that far, because your body will get used to it, and you'll definitely maintain what you have, but you can't, this kind of plan is not sustainable for life, right? We have to start to integrate in some other foods. Our body needs the nourishment of other foods. And so this is really more kind of a Hail Mary. Oh my gosh, I've got to get it off and feel like I'm making progress. That's that kind of plan. Okay. So real quick with you, I see there's a couple of comments here. Pamela's gone to church. All right, Sharon Felder made it. All right, my friend, I'm so happy that you are on here. So I do want to pause for a moment and see if we have any questions about the plans or anything that I've shared with you so far. Just curious, how many of you are going to try the alternative plan this time with the Grissinis? Anybody going to do that? Got some no's.
I might for the 10 days,
Okay.
for the first 10 days.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and you can absolutely do that, and we'll just transition into the next phase like we normally do. So that definitely works. Okay. Well, we'll have plenty of time to answer all the questions as we get started on this. Sometimes I get asked, hey, can I have this? Can I have that? And this is going to be my standard answer to all of that. If it's not on the list, then you need to leave it off for now. And we're not denying ourselves anything. We're simply delaying, because there will come a point when you can have whatever you want. As a matter of fact, today is one of those days. Today, you can have whatever you want. You can eat 3 triple cheeseburgers if you want. If you want to order a whole pizza and eat it today, you can. If you want to finish off those Christmas cookies that have been sitting in your kitchen in the little tin, you can do that today. Whatever you want to eat today is for today. Tomorrow, we are on. Tomorrow it is on, and we are going to push through this. So, how many of you are also doing the prayer challenge with me tomorrow? Okay, Catherine is, Irma is, I know that you are, Lydia is. Sharon, Miss Sharon, are you doing the prayer challenge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. So we are going to be in the trenches together. We're going to get up close and personal. This little group right here, we are family. We're going to be the praying detoxers. That's what we're going to be. All right. So I've kept you long enough on a Sunday. I just want to reassure you that this is going to be a great experience. It's going to be, for some of you, it's going to be a life-changing experience if you decide to stick with it. And we're going to do our best to encourage you. This is a super encouraging group of ladies. We're missing quite a few of our ladies today, but you will see them throughout the week as we get going. So I want to leave you with a scripture, and that scripture is Mark 9:23. So Mark 9:23 says, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. So, really the first step to being successful in this has to do with your mindset. And I want to challenge you today. Have you really set your mindset? Have you locked it in? Have you made a decision that, doggone it, I'm doing this? I've kickstarted a million times, but I'm locking it in this time. That's the mindset that we're going to want to go into with this. And we simply have to believe and understand that all things are possible. And that's through Christ. And I've preached this over here lately. I've preached this a lot, but we can only go so far on our own. But then there comes a time when we need the power of Christ to bring us through. And it's through his power that we'll be able to get to the end of this 30 days. And I want to see all of you ladies on day 30 in this group. Okay. All right, ladies, that's all I have for today. I'm excited to get going with you. So I will see you all tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. And then for our day 1 detox at 8 a.m. Have a good one. Bye.